Hey. Ow. Oh, yeah. What's up? Ooh. Ow. Ow. Yeah. And now a word from our sponsors. Oh, yeah. We don't have any sponsors. Wow, I could really use some sponsors about right now. This is DJ with your late night, well, more specifically, that's late Tuesday and Thursday night, Jesus Rock Show on this lovely county's preeminent, projecting, powerful, spelled with a W-H, powerful, but never predictable, never pompous, never prejudiced college radio station, WPNPW. That's 88.2 on the FM dial. Are you ready? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Late Night Jesus Rock Show. Tonight's theme, labels. I freaking hate labels, man. But if you're gonna label, if you just have to, if you must label, then for the love of Pete, don't be lazy. Nowadays, we have the horribly lazy label Christian music, or contemporary Christian music. Dude, my man, bro, are you kidding me? I refuse to use this label. And I say, stop being lazy. Proverbs 18:9. A DJ paraphrase would be, laziness is closely related to destruction. I.e., basically, sounds like God says laziness is not good. We don't want to destroy things, right? We want to be encouraging and positive. It does not sound like God lumps laziness together with goodness and encouragement. You can make arguments. You can make a list of pros and cons. And trust me when I say there's pros and cons to everything, my friend. Everything. But don't get me wrong now. Labels do have some worth to them. They help us stay organized. They help us work faster. However, they can also be misleading. What is on the quote-unquote contemporary Christian music stations? What does that music sound like? I'll tell you what it sounds like. Modern, poppy-sounding music. Pop music, or popular music. A much better label would be Jesus Pop. I now have a much better understanding of the style of music going on here versus just saying Christian music. Jesus Pop is not a bad label. Jesus Pop music is not bad. It may not be your particular taste of music. However, just because it is not your taste of music does not make the music bad. I'll say it again, in hopes the whole world hears me. Just because it is not your particular taste of music does not by any means whatsoever make it bad music. Now I can tell you what modern pop music sounds like. It has a very polished sound to it. It, no pun intended, well, maybe a little pun intended, pops. It's catchy. It's very well produced, well played, well marketed, etc., etc. Now, arguments can be made about Jesus Pop, the same as regular pop music. Maybe it's a bit over-polished for some taste, over-produced, too shiny, too perfect, too glitzy, little to no edge. But me. Well, one of my favorite genres of music would be, drumroll please, rock and roll, baby. Oh, whoa. But wait. I'm sorry to say it about one of my fave genres, but that is also labeled laziness. I'll prove it to you. Think about it. Line up 10 people and ask them what rock and roll sounds like. If I were a betting man, and I ain't, but if I was, I would say you would get a variety of different responses. It's got a nice rhythm and groove to it. Okay. It's got some killer guitar solos. Okay. Is it heavy? Well, define heavy. See what I mean? Okay. Big distorted guitars, big drums, huge kick drum, fat, maybe even distorted pounding bass, screams, and good melodic singing. Okay, one might label that melodic hard rock. Now we're talking. Now that's a halfway decent label. If you are a rock fan like me, I would consider that label actually useful. A non-lazy label that decently describes the music being talked about or listened to. Now how about the believer rock side, or better yet, Jesus rock side of things? One could have Jesus melodic hard rock. One might have Jesus classic rock. One might have Jesus new metal. How about Jesus southern classic rock? Jesus heavy metal. Jesus soft rock? Maybe even Jesus hard rock. Hey dudes, my name is Zach. That's with 2 Ks. And ever since I can remember, I have had a passion for music. I grew up with it in my blood, I think. From dancing to the rhythm of a laundry machine as a kid, to singing at school programs, to playing recitals. Now let me clarify, I am not really classically trained. I had a brief stint with the sax when I was young, the only formal music training I really had. However, my teacher was a bit on the discouraging side. So I'm not a sax player. But there was something that happened when I was in high school that changed me. I heard the sound. I heard the sound that changed my life. Dude, I heard rock and roll. But then something else also happened. I decided to follow Jesus. And as things panned out, I also got hired as the worship leader at my church, Mountain View Community Church of God and Worship Center in Christ, or MVCC GWCC. Personally, I think the acronym needs a little work, but it's a really nice and quaint place. There's a few things though that could use a little work, but at any rate. Sammy, what am I going to do, man? We are really struggling. We got Easter coming up, and part of me is dreading it. I'm not sure why you feel that way, boss. Not like we haven't been bringing the proverbial heat. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, we've had some good ideas. Yeah, that was about as good as the metal worship drum solo that one time. You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Isn't it wonderful how music can just soften our hearts for the message? Okay, there comes a point where we just have to come to grips with reality. We need God's help. The church is letting me go. Dude, I made some calls. The varsity team says they're coming with you, and so am I. I really appreciate it, dude, but I think I really need some time to think and pray on this. I mean, what is God telling me? Fleetwood Mac. What? It's a Fleetwood Mac moment. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Okay, everyone, we're the varsity team. We don't have a home, so we're kind of homeless right now, but that's just fine. Plenty of bands have found themselves in pretty hairy, challenging situations with money and lodging, etc. I mean, Aerosmith ended up getting evicted and got their manager on like the same day. We need to really put our minds together and WWJD, right? Good call. WWJCD. Right. What would Jesus Christ do? Or what would Johnny Cash do? Or Jimmy Carter? Good former president humor. What are you gringos talking about? Look, we're getting off the rails a little here. Yeah, what would Jesus do is a good point. Here we are. I mean, with Jesus, he could turn water to wine, feed thousands with a few fish and loaves, come back from the grave. Yeah, we need a resurrection, I think. For sure. Listen, after we leave here, I want us all to try to say a prayer for Jesus to help us and let us know what we need to do. Maybe you could give us a sign or a vision or something like that. Okay, guys, who's got some good news? Finished Breaking Bad. Such a good Oh, sorry. Oh, nice. Were we supposed to get like a vision like in the movies? Because I ain't get one of those. I got dirty laundry. Plenty of that. No vision, though. I thought I heard a voice the other day. Cool, Vince. What did it say? It was my mom yelling at my dad to turn the TV down. Well, okay. Maybe we're supposed to just go with something and see how it pans out. You know, it's like when the Israelites were crossing into the promised land, they had to take some steps before the water stopped. Oh, right. Gotcha. So, what steps? How about putting on a festival? Oh, Zach, it's for you. It's Reality on the phone. Wants to talk with you. I applaud your enthusiasm. Yeah, right. Like we know anyone who does funnel cakes. Everybody knows you can't have a festival without those SMH. My uncle does snow cones. Okay. What about recording an album and see where that goes? I love snow cones. I wrote a few songs. Maybe we could try them out as a band. And that's a take. Nicely done, guys. Well, how about that timing? You know, you can chew on wintergreen lifesavers, and they'll make green sparks. Watch. Dude, get me some. Are we okay, man? I hit stop right before the power went out. We're good. Hey, guys. You're a lifesaver, man. Okay, who has some good news for us? I think we could all agree we could really use some. Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. Okay, good news. Who's got it? Dude. Oh, sorry. Dude, I'm not sure how much more of this my savings can take. I feel like we're in the scene from Thunderdome where that guy is banished to the desert on a horse wearing that weird oversized fast food clown looking head. So the horse is wearing a clown head? That's a classic. Oh, sorry. That's a classic. No, Mel Gibson is wearing the oversized clown head. Right. So, we're all a bunch of clowns? Not very WWJCD there. Oh, sorry. Listen, excellent post-apocalyptic dystopian desert fantasy movies aside, can someone give us a good word? Hey, Vince, look at this. Isabella, what are you doing here? Oh, she was sorry. What are you doing here? I came here with a friend and noticed you guys. I didn't realize you were all here. I wanted to tell you I had posted some of the videos from your recordings. Isabella, what are you doing? Do you really know how to do that? So what happened, Isabella? Here, look at the views in the comments. That looks like 2,200 views? Oh, sorry. 2,200 views. And there's several comments. Fire emojis, praise hands emojis. There's a comment from Jesus Rocks College Radio. I want to get you guys in for an interview. Please DM me. Yeah. Yes. Oh, sorry. Welcome back to the one and the only Jesus Rocks late night radio show. The only show I know rocking a hard rock and yet righteous tune. I'm here tonight with some pretty snazzy local up-and-comers who managed to get a very respectable number of views online. And from what I understand from chatting with them already, they've got quite the story too. Okay, so guys, what's your story? I really like that banger, Carry On. Oh, shoot, is everyone okay? You guys look all of a sudden a little bummed. Someone just opened a letter. Hey, DJ, yeah, turns out we just opened a cease and desist letter. So we are now back to the band name drawing board. Really frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. It could be a blessing in disguise. Well, here's a wild idea. Maybe we can come up with something live on the air. What do you think? I don't know. Did you have any alternative names? Yeah, but nothing really cool, you know? Okay, I got it. I'm going to throw this out to my faithful listeners out there. We need some quick prayers for a cool name. we're going to play another killer tune from this killer Jesus hard rock band, as of now unnamed. And we'll be back to close the show. BRB, bathroom break. Okay, my beloved brethren and sisterin, this is DJ back with the band who is set to melt your beautiful faces off with their killer Jesus hard rock tunes. Guys and lady, it has been a blast hanging with you tonight, jamming your tunes and getting to know you. Your music is blowing our respective minds and speakers, and I think my listeners are really being blessed. Oh, okay. So everyone, I'm seeing some pretty big smiles here in the studio. What do you think, guys? Kind of cool name, right? What's that? Jesus H Rock. What a ride, guys. Am I right? I feel like maybe we've really made an impact. I hear you. Guys, it would just, not to be a Debbie down in the dumps, it would be great to hear some really meaningful feedback, Seems like we've done a lot of playing and gotten some songs on the local radio, but are we really helping Jesus people? H Rock, someone here would like to talk with you guys. Sure. Hey, y'all. Name's Rufus. I'll only take a few minutes here. I just wanted to say I really dig your tunes. I don't know of many bands that are really doing what you're doing. You've got a cool, solid message. Well, I've been dealing with quite a bit of depression, and at one point I was planning to end it all. I almost took my life, but it just so happened someone was playing a tune of yours on their smartphone at the bar, this Goodbye Suicide tune. The timing was perfect. It was exactly what I needed to hear, and I ended up going to rehab. Maybe you hear this a lot, I don't know, but thank you. You saved my life. You guys are up. Follow me, please. Rock on.